All right, welcome, Marcia. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Hello
So,
today. Thanks for having me.
yes, so Marcia is a former New Ager and was a practicing astrology teacher, but now is adopted by God as a daughter through Jesus Christ. And that's the best title, really, that
Yes.
that we can have. And so then it looks like you really got in deep to a lot of spirit or Eastern practices,
Yes.
out of body experiences, some paranormal experiences in college. And then you became an astrologist in Georgia. You would go into what it says altered states of consciousness while doing
Oh, yeah.
astrology.
Yeah.
And then you had some like frightening experiences. You said kind of near the end of your new age practice, you spoke of a woman standing like over your bed, telling you she was
Oh,
gonna
yes. She was
take over
sitting
your
at the bottom.
body.
She was sitting at the bottom of my bed. Yeah.
And it obviously really disturbed you and didn't
Oh,
give
yeah.
you answers to these questions, obviously, that you were asking in your mind.
Yes, but I never thought of going outside of what I was in to find them. I
Okay.
was, I was, I figured I would eventually get answers if I kept on the spiritual path, you know.
Okay. So then at that point, what's the story of how God sought and saved you, how he pulled you out of that?
I started getting this, what I call a compulsion to go to a church. And I didn't understand. I didn't understand it, and I didn't want to go to a church. So I, it was like very bizarre. It was like this external thing, and I was trying to figure it out, and I couldn't figure it out, and it wouldn't go away. And it started in the spring, and then it continued through the summer, and so I thought, you know what, this is probably from a former life as a Christian, because of course I believed in reincarnation very strongly. And I thought there's probably an issue that has to be resolved. So I probably need to go to a church to resolve it. So I went to this large church and in downtown Atlanta, and I sat in the back on the end of the pew because I was planning to leave early. And I thought, I'll be here, I'll stay about 20 minutes because I figured by then I would figure out what was going on. Um, well, the joke was on me, because I was not used to this. But as he walked by me with a cross, I felt this love. I call it a waterfall of love falling on me from above. And it was very real. I knew it didn't have anything to do with the people there or with the music or with the building. It was nothing there. I knew it was from God, from a personal God. So I decided to start reading the Bible, and I start with Matthew chapter 1, verse 1, and I read a little bit every night. As I was rereading it, God just opened my eyes and I saw who Jesus was. That was the moment I realized that I was separated from God, that I needed Christ. That was when I understood why he died on the cross. I knew the stories from Sunday school, growing up in various churches, about Jesus going and dying on the cross. I knew that it didn't mean anything to me then, but I understood for the first time what it meant, and I realized I needed Christ. And so my life, of course, changed dramatically, and then I was able to tell my boss in January what had happened. He kept me on and just gave me busy work for a while. I eventually had to leave that job, but I found out while I was still at that office, a young man there who was a Christian man, and I knew he was Christian, came into my office one day in April. Now, this is April. And I told him, I said, I can't believe that I was an astrologer a few months ago and now I'm a Christian. And I didn't even want to be a Christian. I'm not a Christian. And he kind of smiled and he said, well, he said, maybe somebody was praying for you. And I said, oh, no. I said, no, I don't know anybody who would pray for me. And then it kind of hit me, he's standing there. And I said, oh, wait a minute. I said, wait a minute. Did you pray for me? And he said, well, he said, my young adult fellowship group at my church was praying for you. He said, we've been praying for you since last year.